Chiropractor, if you feel like your ads or your content isn't generating enough leads and you feel like you've tried everything, I'm going to show you how to fix that using a simple formula that can be repeated over and over and over again, that you can use for your ads, your content, you can use it for written content, you can use it for your emails, anything. Just keep watching. And the formula itself actually goes like this: HPSC. And we're going to start with H. And what H is your hook. Now, your hook is what's going to get the people you're trying to address to stop and pay attention to what you're saying. Now, a lot of people seem to think your hook is just calling out your local area. No, your hook is a lot more than that, because your hook can actually be visual, your hook can be sound, your hook can be the problem that you're solving, your hook can be the person, so the avatar that you're going after, your hook can be the local area, right? And we're going to break down each one of these, right? So for visual, this can be something shocking, surprising, funny, something that people aren't expecting, something that's going to stop them from scrolling and pay attention to what you've got going on. Same for sound, same exact thing. Now, the problem as a hook is obviously going to be what you're solving, right? So you're calling out that problem, that issue, which is going to get people who are going through that issue to stop scrolling and pay attention. So if it's sciatica, name drop sciatica. If it's herniated discs, name drop herniated disc. If it's back pain, you name drop back pain, right? Now, the person, who are they? Are they doctors? Are they mums? Are they dads? Are they teachers? Are they first responders? Are they the police department? You've got to speak directly to who you're talking to. And then the area, of course, bog standard. We know this. We want to call out the area that we're actually talking to. And so now that we've earned the attention of the people that we're trying to speak to, we need to earn more of their attention by speaking directly to their needs. And we're going to do that specifically by talking about the pain or the problem that they're experiencing, right? And which happens to be the thing that you solve. And unlike the hook, we're not going to do that just by mentioning it. No, we're going to paint a picture of the feelings and emotions that they're likely experiencing as a result of the pain and discomfort that they're going through. And so if they're dealing with something like sciatica or lower back pain, you'd say something along the lines of, if you've been dealing with sciatica or lower back pain and you've been taking medications you don't want to take, you're not able to perform in the gym, you're struggling to get a good night's sleep, when you're at work it's absolute agony, this is for you, right? We're putting them in an emotional state that's conducive to taking action, making a good decision about their health with you. Make sure to watch till the end, because I've got two bonuses that I want to share with you that I haven't mentioned in the beginning. Keep watching. So we've spoken about the initial hook, we've spoken about pain. Now we're going to move on to S. Now, what S is the solution / social proof. Now, you want to be quite careful here, because this is where you can lose people. In fact, this is where a lot of people lose people in their videos. It's because of this, right? Because here's the thing. You want to talk about your solution, but you definitely don't want to talk about it in very granular details. And you definitely don't want to talk about it in chiropractic terms, especially terms that aren't used generally by the general public. Yes, for sure, some people may know what you're talking about, but in terms of getting a wide scope of people, not everyone's going to know what you're on about. Remember that chiropractic is your world, and it's not necessarily the case that everyone is going to understand what you're saying when you say something like subluxation. So just be careful when you're describing your solution or anything at the practice, really. You want to err on the side of being layman so that everyone can understand exactly what you're saying, right? Because if there's even slight confusion, you start to make people think, they switch off and they leave. And that's how a lot of people lose people in these videos and these ads. And how this tends to happen is I see a lot of practitioners talking about the solution in terms of the features. You don't want to be doing that. Instead, you want to be talking about the solution in terms of the benefits and how it's going to benefit them specifically. So if you're talking about spinal decompression, you definitely don't want to be saying things like, we've got this new spinal decompression machine, it's the newest on the market, it's the latest technology, I can't wait for you to use it, it's been great for other practitioners, I'm so excited for you to get the benefits from this machine. Hell no. Instead, you probably want to say something like, we've just introduced something brand new at the office. It's natural. It doesn't require you taking any medication. It doesn't require you going for surgery. And it's perfect for those of you that want to get back in the gym. You want to play with your kids again. You want to get a full night's sleep. You want to go through the workday without being in agony. Do you see how a person that's going through those type of things is going to resonate with that and pay attention to actually what you're saying? It doesn't matter that it's new technology. It doesn't matter what the table is. All that matters is what's going to happen for them, what's in it for them. Now, this also happens to be a great place whilst you're saying those things to insert social proof to show how it's helping other people who've been in their position, specifically people who look like them, who sound like them, who do what they do, people like them who've experienced benefits from the solution that you're discussing. So we've spoken about the hook, we've spoken about the problem or the pain, we've spoken about the solution and social proof. Now we want to talk about C, which is your call to action. Now your call to action, your CTA, is what you're going to do to direct people to take the next step to move closer to the solution that you're providing for them, right? And you don't want to be wishy-washy with this. You want to show them exactly where the door is. In fact, you want to hold their hand and tell them exactly what to do, so there's no confusion and no mix-up in what they need to do to move closer to making a decision with you. So if they need to call a number to contact you, you need to make it absolutely clear, crystal clear for dummies, that this is what you need to do in order to get the benefits of what we're offering. If they need to fill in a form to secure their spot and the link to that form, the button says get offer, you need to say click get offer now to claim your spot. The call to action needs to be crystal clear. There cannot be any confusion, because if people don't know what to do, they're just going to walk away. Okay, so we've spoken about a few things. We've spoken about the hook, we've spoken about the pain or the problem, we've spoken about the solution and social proof, and we've spoken about call to action. Now it's bonus round time. I'm going to give you 2 bonuses that works incredibly well to get a lot more people to take action when it comes to this type of content or these type of ads. Before I do that though, make sure you watch till the very end, because I'm going to put all of this into an example video, and I'm going to give you a cheat sheet so you can recreate this for your practice. So let's talk bonuses, right? And these 2 work incredibly well when it comes to this type of content or when you're recording these type of ads. And what they are is scarcity and urgency. Now, of course, scarcity is where you limit the amount of units that are available for your offer, and urgency is where you limit the amount of time that you're running your offer for. Now, you want to be careful here, because you don't want to do false scarcity and false urgency. Just be truthful. And if you ever find yourself needing to open up to more people, then you can do that in another run of this type of campaign. So an example of scarcity and urgency would be, we've only got 13 spots available for this offer in July. Now, just be aware that with your scarcity and urgency, you actually want to insert that before your call to action. Okay, so we've spoken about a few things. We've spoken about the hook, which is what we're going to do to get the attention from the people that we're going after, and we discussed that the hook is more than just calling out the area. It's the person, it's the problem, it's the pain, it's the who they are. It can be visual, it can be auditory. We spoke about mentioning the pain and the problem to earn more of their attention and to paint a picture of the emotional state that these people are going through if they're dealing with these type of issues, which ultimately is going to make them go, wow, this ad is for me. This person is talking to me. We spoke about mentioning the solution and doing it specifically in a way where it's very high level, using layman terms so people can understand, and talking about it in a way that speaks to how it's going to benefit them. And then we spoke about inserting social proof, where they can see how other people in their situation have benefited from this particular solution. We also spoke about urgency and scarcity, doing it in an ethical way and doing it so that more people take action. And lastly, we spoke about the call to action, and we spoke about doing it in a way that's crystal clear, making sure we're holding people's hand and taking them directly through the doorway that they need to jump through in order to move closer to the solution that you're providing. And that's everything. That's the formula that you can use in your ads, you can use it in your content, you can use it in your email marketing, you can use it in written content, and you can create virtually an unlimited amount of content just by following this formula. So here's everything put together in a video and the cheat sheet. Hey, if you're a veteran and you struggle with lower back pain and you live in Austin, this is for you. I'm talking about the type of pain that ruins your sleep, that makes your day at work miserable. And no matter what you do, nothing seems to help. Well, there's a solution. It's brand new. It doesn't require you taking any medication. You don't have to go for surgery, and you don't have to wait. It's designed so you can get back up on your feet, get back in the gym, be the dad or mom that you want to be, and live the life that you want to live pain-free. It's already helped hundreds of other veterans in the Austin area, and we think it'll be perfect for you. We've only got 13 spots available for the next 10 days for veterans who want to take back control. If that's you, click Get Offer below this video to claim your spot now.